Hello and welcome to CloudFox Hub. My name is Bhavesh Adara. Currently, we are discussing about all the options that we are getting while creating method inside REST API. In previous video, I explained you about method type. In this video, I'm going to talk about integration type. So let's start. First of all, we are going to understand what is integration. So, introduction of integration. Integration equal to where this method will send the request after the client calls it. For example, client calls get/users, integration decides which backend gets this request. As you know that we have invoke URL for our REST API or HTTP API. Now, client will use this invoke URL to send requests to your API gateway from the browser or from the postman. Now, when your API gateway will receive this request, it is going to forward this request to the backend. Now, which backend you want to use will be decided by the integration. Here, REST API supports this integration type. We are going to discuss this step by step. The first one is Lambda function. Look at this. Here, I am getting this. Now, Lambda function is actually most popular backend. API gateway calls Lambda and returns Lambda response used for a serverless backend. Same way, if you don't want to use any AWS service and you want to forward request to outside world, you can use HTTP. API gateway forward the request to public HTTP endpoint. For example, your public app or URL. It is simple pass-through process. Then if you want to test your environment, you can use mock, because for mock we have no backend. API gateway returns fixed response, great for testing and demo. And the most important one is VPC link. Now, what is VPC link? A private bridge between API gateway and resources inside your VPC. Here, when I am saying inside your VPC means you have backend without public access, means you have backend running inside private subnet. Now you want to send request to them. Now in this case, you are using VPC link, but VPC link having some limitation. So let's talk about it, why VPC link is needed. API gateway is public while backend services are in the private VPC. Now look at this picture. Here I have API gateway, it is a public REST API, so external client can connect it. But now this API gateway cannot forward requests directly to these resources or this backend which is running into the private subnet, right? So we are using VPC link. Now VPC link also cannot able to communicate directly with these resources running inside this private subnet, because VPC link's requirement is to have ALB or NLB, right? So VPC link is going to communicate with ALB or NLB, and then ALB and NLB is going to communicate with this backend running into the private subnet. Previously, it was VPC link version 1. Version 1 supports only NLB. Recently, AWS announced that we have VPC link version 2 as well, which supports ALB. So now we can say that VPC link supports both ALB and NLB. Now this enables secure access without exposing backend resources to the internet. So this option we have over here, and the final option is AWS services. Now look at the list. Here we have all these services available. You can send requests directly to it from your API gateway without using Lambda. API gateway can directly call AWS services like S3, DynamoDB, SQS, SNS, Kinesis without using Lambda. Requires you have to set up IAM role, permission to call target services, and request and response mapping, velocity template or mapping template. It is like so many things that you have to set up, and then you can use these services. Example, REST API is going to use post/log request, integration, Kinesis. API gateway pushes records directly into the Kinesis data stream, right? So This is integration type supported by REST API. Now, we already discussed about the integration in HTTP API as well. So, we have to understand what are the differences between REST API integration and HTTP integration. Both REST API and HTTP API supports Lambda, HTTP, VPC link and AWS Service integration. However, REST API supports broader and more flexible set of AWS Service integration with advanced mapping capabilities. HTTP API supports only limited set of service integrations and designed for simpler, low-cost use cases. Look, here I am getting list of the services. Look at this. This list is so long because I am setting up integration for REST API. Now, if you have HTTP API, let's say that I have this HTTP API, and if you go over here to attach integration, create new integration and look at this. These are AWS services supported by HTTP integration. So, list is small, and for REST API we have so many services, so we can say like this. HTTP supports only limited, while for REST API we have broader. Now, first time I am giving you exam tip as well, because it is actually confusing in the exam that okay, based from the question you have to find out that okay, should I select REST API or HTTP API, okay.